What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be all about Thailand. I went to Thailand in April with my good friend Marco. You might remember him from my workout vlog. So in today's video, I'm going to break down my favorite experiences there, some tips for you all going to Thailand, and what I would have done differently. But before we start, here's a clip of me riding a motorized unicycle. Oh shit. Bangkok, Thailand is where we decided to go. So to get there, we flew out to Los Angeles. From Los Angeles, we flew a 15-hour flight to Singapore, and then from Singapore, we flew to Thailand. And once we arrived in Bangkok, we stayed in a Mata hotel. I would recommend not staying there because it was pretty expensive. Get a villa. But we got there and we were really happy with the hotel. But we didn't really care about the hotel because we were excited to just explore the city and explore Thailand, and that we did. So the first funny part of this trip was our cleaning lady's name was actually Porn. She was like this small little Asian woman, super nice, super friendly, loved talking to us, really liked us, was checking in on us all the time. And I finally just said, "Oh, you're really nice, like what's your name?" And she's like, "Oh, my name is Porn." And I looked at Marco like, "Did you just hear this?" And Marco was like, "I think I did." And I was like, "What's your name again?" She's like, "Porn." And I was like, "Okay, Porn, nice to meet you, I'm Alec." Like we didn't tell her what that really meant in the States. I don't know what is up with that hotel. They gave her that name apparently. Every worker there had a weird name. Like one of them was named Apple, one of them was named Boss, and then one of them was named Porn. And I just love her. She was so awesome. And then there was this other lady in the hotel who was in charge of the coffee and the treats, and you have to pay for those, but she would always hook it up for us. And I don't know why. She was super nice, and we got freaking free Americanos every morning, and I love her, and she was so cool. I added her on Facebook, and we're still friends. But the biggest story, and the reason why I want to make this video and share it with y'all, is this story right here, and it happens in Pattaya Beach. It was our last day in Thailand, and Marco's been dying to see the beach. He's like, "Man, we gotta go to the beach. I want to see the water. I want to go." So we ask around, we find out about Pattaya Beach. We go to Pattaya Beach, we hire this cab driver who's like freaking from Fast and Furious. He's got like a pink decked out car. He got us there within like an hour, and it was supposed to be like a 2-hour drive, so I don't know what the hell he did. I mean, he drove fast, I know what he did, but you know, he knew some ways. Anyway, so we get to Pattaya Beach, and we're there pretty early, and there's no one there, and it's like dead, and we're just like, well, this is boring. We see the beach, and it wasn't that great, it wasn't that pretty, it was normal, it was almost, you know, better than Galveston, but it wasn't anything crazy. But what was crazy was what happens next. So we get there, no one's there, and I'm walking, we got all of our stuff, we got our passports, we got our phones, we got like everything on us. I got my cameras, we throw them. And I'm walking down the street and we just see this bar, and there's this pretty Asian girl, and she's like dancing, she's like moving around all crazy, and she sees me and Marco, and she goes, "Oh, you, yeah, come here, come." And I'm like, "Oh shit, all right." So I go over to her, and I'm like, "What's up?" She like hugs me, and I'm like, "Okay." So we hug. And all of a sudden, her lady friend on the side picks up a bucket of ice cold water and just throws it all over me. Don't give a shit about my clothes, doesn't give a shit about my bag, doesn't care about my phone, no remorse, just dumps it on me. I was pissed. I was like, "Hey, what the f?" Like, you know, I run off, and then Marco's laughing and he's recording it, and then she throws the water at him with his phone, and they don't give a damn. And Marco got pissed, and we just ran off for our lives, and we were just like, what the hell was that? Like, we were so confused as to why they did that, what was going on. We got no context, no explanation until later. So over time, as we were there, more people were showing up, and it got packed. It was busy. Like, there were so many people there, and we were like freaking out. What is going on? And then there was these people who had like clay, and they just kept trying to touch our face and coming up to me and like trying to touch my body. I mean, I kind of let them, if they're pretty, if they're weird looking, I'm like, stay away. Look, do it again, dude. Look, he's freaking trying to spray us right now. Like, these guys are crazy, right? But they love us. All right, so it's Thailand New Year. I don't know how we just decided to come to this island today, and it just happened to be this crazy festival day. Very lucky for us because it's been really fun, but it's also been really crazy. But then the trannies invaded. And I mean no disrespect to trans people in the world. I'm just going to speak on the trans people that were there in Thailand on that day at that beach. Those Thai vestites, whatever the hell they are, weren't playing around, all right? They were scary, yo. Like, they would like walk in packs, and they would look at me and Marco like, I swear to God, I cannot make this up, I'm not joking, but they would look at us like they wanted to recruit us, or they wanted to, you know, get with us. And we weren't having that, so we just kept like having to run away from them, because they had the clay. They wanted to rub us and touch on us. They were like, "Hey, back up." So we were avoiding them and still having a great time and just spraying each other with water, like running around, meeting people. And what was really funny was that the cops there were like scared of us. Like we were the tallest people on that beach and we were like the buffest. So every time we saw a security guard or like a cop, they would look at us and we'd be like, hello, and they would just like look away like they didn't want no smoke or something. I'm like, hey, what? Like we were confused. They were really nice to us though, but it seemed like they were like scared, like they didn't want to talk to us ever. So we talked to some locals and we found out that it was a tradition that they're celebrating New Year's there, and they run around, they wet each other up and they touch each other with that clay, and you know, they just have a good old time, and the whole freaking city is doing it. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. Now I totally understand why that girl did that. And you know, we were with it. We dropped our bags off at Burger King. We're like, hey, can y'all watch these for us? And they're like, yeah, sure. So they watched it for us, and we were just out having fun, getting super soaked up, running away from transvestites and all that good stuff. But then we got tired and we're like, man, let's go home. Let's go relax. We've been here for 5 hours in the heat, running around, doing all this crazy stuff. But we couldn't go home because everywhere were people with buckets and super soakers, and they did not care what you had on you. They did not care. They would just shoot you. You would tell them, no, don't. And they would just like, ha, yeah, got you, bitch. And I was like, what the f? So we were like, how do we get out of here, bro? So me and him were like, let's take the back alleys. Let's figure it out. So we go to the back alleys and we turn this one corner. And as soon as we turned this one corner, it was a trans trap.
It's a trap.
Like, I shit you not, there was trans people to the side of us, both sides, and there was a trans people blocking the way to go down this alley. And me and Marco looked at each other like, oh, hell no, because they were all looking at us like, yeah, we're going to get you. And we're like, run, bitch. So me and Marco start running, and they chase after us. And like, you know, at first it's kind of like funny because they're not really that close, but they bombard us and they start just touching all over us, grabbing my ass. And then like, I start throwing elbows. I'm like, hey, this is too much. Get off me. And then I hear Marco behind me scream in pain. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So I start running. I'm like, get off me. Like I run, I break through. We get to the cops. We're like, yo, tell them to back the hell up. Turns out one of the trans people grabbed Marco by the you know where, and I felt so bad for him, but I was so happy it wasn't me. I was like, thank you, Lord. So we get away from them, and then we find a cop who can drive us to a taxi cab, and then we get on a taxi cab. But on the way to the taxi cab, we were on a bike, all three of us, the cop, me, and Marco. And as we're driving, we have all of our stuff with us. People are still spraying us, driving through the alleys and the streets, just spraying us. And we're like, no. We're like, we're trying to go home. They don't give a shit. Again, they didn't care. And so we're just like, oh, whatever. Hit us. And you know, we kept our stuff good. Everything was okay. We had a great time. We got back safe, and that was just one of those times that we're just like, whoa, that was fun. That was crazy. I felt really bad for Marco though.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just...
Overall, Thailand is super fun. Like, just being across the country was amazing, and to say we did it, this was our first time traveling, my first time traveling on my own, Marco's first time traveling on his own, and we had a lot of fun. We didn't get into any danger. We didn't get arrested. We went sightseeing, and we went to the temples. The temples were majestic and beautiful. We learned how to negotiate. Anytime you go anywhere, make sure you cut every price in half. If a taxi driver says 300, you say 150. If they say 200, you say 100. If they say no, you go to the next person because they're trying to get you. The first taxi ride we got was 400, and then Marco was like, I ain't paying that, 200. And they were just like, okay, come on. And so we're just like, what the fuck? So we just kept doing that, and it worked every time. We also took rides in these tuk-tuks, which are like 3-wheeled vehicles, and those guys are crazy when they drive. Man, Thailand, I don't know how there's no accidents every day because they don't give a like, they just drive, like, you can like touch people, you can like steal their stuff, like, it's wild there. But overall, the city of Bangkok, they were very respectful. Like, even if they didn't want to say hi to you, they would still bow and say hi, and everybody was saying hi, and we would be like, sawadee ka, kap kun ka, sawadee ka. I can't just say sawadee ka, yo, sawadee ka. I was like, sawadee ka, sawadee ka. That's how they say it. So some tips for Thailand: always negotiate, cut the price in half, learn the language as best as you can. Gun tuai is you're pretty, you're beautiful. And sawadee ka is hi, how are you? And hi is yes. Tell the taxi drivers to always turn on the meter. They're gonna try to scam you by not turning on the meter. You tell them to turn on the meter, you're gonna get out of there. Marco and I have gotten out of taxis because they wouldn't turn the meter on. And it's perfectly fine to do that because they're breaking the law by not having the meter on. The fourth thing is, if you like women, be careful with the women down there because they're not all women. So they might look it, but you can never be 100% sure. The fifth thing I recommend, and I really regret not doing this, is going to the Phi Phi Island. Those islands are beautiful. They have a bunch of monkeys running around. They have a bunch of wildlife, beautiful forests, beautiful landscapes, scenic views, and beautiful water everywhere for you to swim in. And that's my biggest regret not going there. We did not know about the Phi Phi Islands. I also regret not doing the boat tour. But for the most part, we did our own thing. We were running around. We didn't have a tour guide or anything. We were just discovering the city for ourselves. Last thing I wanted to tell you was the currency exchange. It's 33 baht to $1 when I went. It might be different when you go, if you do go. I know like a year before we went, it was 50 baht to $1. So Thailand is getting more expensive as time goes by. But there are a lot of shindig spots where you get like 10 plates of food for $2. And we found those places. So don't go to the mall, don't go anywhere expensive, just look for the shindig spots, look for the really cheap spots, and eat some duck, eat the real food that is cooked there in Thailand. Be careful of street food because you can get sick easily there. And don't go to the ping pong shows. There's gonna be a lot of people offering you ping pong tickets to go see nasty stuff, like a girl shooting a ping pong. I'm not gonna say it. You know what I mean. Don't go there. They're scams. They're not fun. Be careful of traveling in downtown Bangkok at night, as you will see a lot of seedy and nasty, gritty stuff going on in the streets. Me and Marco were just like, it's our last day. Let's just walk around and see what we're gonna see. And we saw a lot of stuff, which is rated R. If you want to know more about what we saw, just ask me in person. I'll tell you. And I would have recorded a lot more of it, but it was my first time traveling on my own. And I was scared of traveling with the camera, and I thought I was going to break it or something was going to happen. I just wanted to enjoy the scenery and enjoy the experience, and I did. But Marco and I are going to Bali in April, and I'll definitely be doing a video then with the drone, with the new cameras, and it should be kick-ass, and I can't wait to share my experiences with you there. But that concludes this video. Stick around for more pictures and videos of Thailand. I'm probably missing a few tips, but I will put them in the caption if I did. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and make sure you share with your friends if they're going to Thailand, and subscribe. My name is Alec Garza. I make videos every Wednesday, so if this is your first time watching one of my videos, stay tuned. Next Wednesday I'll make another video, that's for sure. Sometimes I release videos in between just because I wanted to make a video about something right then and there. I'm very passionate about these, and I love y'all's feedback, so leave any that you can. Leave a like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see y'all next week. Cheers. Yo, what is up, everybody? I just landed in Singapore. Holy shit, this is dope. I'm pretty lit right now. Kind of drunk like a lot of Heineken on the plane. Marco is in the restroom, so I'm waiting for him. But we're going straight to Jetstar Terminal 1. Just talked to the Singapore lady named Diana. She was really nice. And we're gonna go straight there, and then we're gonna go to Thailand. And we made the 17-hour flight. 17 hours, oh my God. I slept 10 hours, can you believe that? I don't even know how. I'm so happy. I feel so rested. I feel energized. I'm pumped, I'm ready. Let's make this trip fucking spectacular.